Summertime check-in. Holy. Hello everybody. Everything is dry here. I find I need to add a sprinkler or something. I don't know what the deal is. I removed a sprinkler head from right there and I'm going to be putting that back in, I believe, because things are just simply too dry. The ribgrass plantain is very stringy, but I believe that to be developing a strong root system in order for next year to be so great. So, looking at this, I'm just thinking, how could one, without adding more sprinklers, I just don't know how else, because it's too dry for their stomping. Here is some radish greens, an occasional feed, not the radish themselves, and only homegrown. I do not recommend feeding that to your tortoises every day. It is a brassica, I believe, and it is high in goitrins, if I'm not mistaken, similar to broccoli. Just don't feed it very often. That is why the radish itself, the root itself, is simply no good for a tortoise of any nature, but it isn't bad. This is just kind of like a summertime, late summer check-in. I've had these babies out here since like May-ish. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you've been following along, but for sure June or that was, I bet you, mid-June I got them out here. That was June, July, and that's August. They've just been out here. The only time they aren't out here is when they're getting soaked or when they're getting weighed. I've had 4 babies in this little space here, and I find that to be, with it being like 7 feet and 18 inches wide, I find they thoroughly enjoy it for them to stamp and go the distance and come back, but I don't lose them because it's actually a legitimate fear. And then outside here, I think like I'd like to grow out of these cinders, but outside here, once again, the Russian ryegrass is dry and dying, and I don't know why. I've got some grass here that is drying and dying, but that could be due to our pal Sway. She's a unknown of our garden. She's literally the worst tortoise security dog we've ever seen, but my retractable thing broke. I'll have to weld that up higher, or build, or at least bolt it on there higher. That would work. What else? If you have any tricks for keeping water fresher, that is 1.5 days, and that was part of this video. So I've been throwing rocks in there. I'm assuming that's making it worse, but I don't know what. And this is only since getting a male tortoise did I note this, because last summer this didn't happen with Scooter. The water get that sour that quick, or with Dash. It's this filthy mite here in the middle, Scooter, and what a character. Here we got beautiful Dash. We're gonna be enticing these characters outside here real soon here with, throw it in there. The beautiful Shelby picked us some dandies and some plantains. This is mostly dandelion, which is great because they haven't had much of this in probably like a month. So they're always in this hot box at this hour. So I'm gonna leave the lid off and allow some UV in here and let them gorge. The wonderful shelves did so good on picking these because they haven't had this. I try and only feed dandelions once a month, but I find it's hot in here, so they come in here. I don't even have a lamp on, but this box really holds heat, and they hang out in here. So we'll call this video the summertime check-in. As you can see here, I hung a lamp. There's a lamp inside that clay pot with a little drip tray that I call the Red Solo cup, and I ran electrical from there behind the barbecue and away. I recommend pulling your barbecue away from your tortoises, not that the fumes ever get to them. Remember, the fumes can stay down. But outside here, I don't really have too many concerns. And then I have a GFI plug-in behind and to the right of that window, behind the sofa cushion there. But that is how I have supplied electrical this year. So far, I haven't put UVB in the shed because it's been so hot that they come outside. But I find that there's a heat that, or a humidity or something that they like inside here, that they just really kind of hang out in here. I think as time goes on, I would really like to get Digger, my 4th tortoise, in with these characters. Just a little bit smaller than March yet. We'll be throwing some dandelions in for them as well. The babies, I don't like feeding dandelions to that much, as it's only a moderate feed. And I've been trying to feed the majority of them to be just safe feeds, like the plantains, the mallows, geranium, pansy, violas are usually my go-tos. And then they always have available ribgrass plantain in here, no matter how dry it is. You can tell that they've been biting the ends of it. And they bite that, as well as the chicks and hens, which is one of the safer succulents. I have to do some poo picking up there by the clay pots there. Oh, I don't know what that is about. That's their poop area for some reason. But my goodness. So my biggest thing today is, if you have any tips or tricks for keeping water cleaner, because this is getting ridiculous. I've introduced a male, and it is, I can't keep up to it. I tried thinking putting rocks in there and stainless steel would be hygienic and clean, but it takes no time at all, and it looks as if I eat bird bath, as you said. So this is your pal Hobson Squatch with Natural Tortoise Keepers Canada on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook group, signing off.